Versailles 1919 is a game by GMT, brought to you by Mark Herman and Geoff Engelstein, and I'm going to show you what's inside the box here today on Legendary Tactics. Now, Versailles 1919 is a game I've been looking at for the last while. We here at Legendary Tactics are big fans of Churchill and the Great Statesman series, and there's lots of great stuff inside this box. I'm looking forward to showing you. So first of all, the cards, we're going to make sure that they're put away properly back in their shrink wrap. That's how I like to store all my games, helps keep them dust free. We're going to take, those were the event cards. These are the issue cards, and what's fascinating about these is when you settle an issue, you get to choose the result, and certain people are going to be happy, certain people are going to be unhappy, and that can all play into the bargaining that is a big part of this game. There's also a few player aids for solo play and that sort of thing. So we're going to put this right back in the wrapper as best we can. The components look great overall. You can see there's lots of wooden bits, but don't mistake this for a Euro. It really isn't. It's really kind of its own unique beast. I've only had a chance to play it once or twice, but there's the wooden bits, which I'll just suck up into the bag right now, are really great quality. GMT always does great components. There's also the dice and the board, and this is really the centerpiece of the game. You can see there's issues that go on the table, and there's issues in the waiting room, and event cards, people in the waiting room, and there's also a military track and all sorts of stuff. It's a very simple design, but the space is very well used, and it feels very, very luxurious as you play it. It's a great setup. I'm going to put the board back in its dust cover, and that's something I think that's unique to GMT games, and I really like that, really appreciate that. So put that back in, and we'll take a look at some of the player aids here. Now this here is to help with the scoring, because again, scoring isn't especially tricky, but it's not a bad thing to have. Not a lot of counters, mainly just to track issue results and that sort of thing. A few other things there, the unrest counters and powder keg counters as well, and also the solo player aid. I haven't had a chance to play this game solo yet, but I'm sure I'll be doing that and likely recording that for the channel at some point. The rules of play, not very extensive. I think it's about 15 pages, but there's lots of big pictures, and really compared to a lot of other GMT games, this one plays it's very much simpler. The playbook gives a couple of very extensive accounts of both the multiplayer game and the solo game, as well as some designer's notes, which I always love to read. They're always really fun to see where the game came from. And then there's a couple of extra components here. I believe that's for Errata, and just additional corrections and components, that sort of thing. And we'll put the box lid on, and it's a bit tricky, obviously, sometimes, but we'll get the shrink wrap back on there just to protect it and make sure that it's ready to go for our next play. So anyway, as I said, I'm looking forward to covering this game more extensively on the channel when I have a chance. And we're really looking forward to giving this a go as Legendary Tactics. So thank you so much for watching. We'll see you here next time.